For 9 months, I'd just lie awake at night. I'd numb the pain with cocodamol, and I'd distract myself from my fears and frustrations with my phone or my computer. Because deep down, I kind of knew that I'd never feel or even function normally again. So around 2 years ago, I fainted, hit my head, damaged my frontal lobe, and had a brain hemorrhage, which I can't really describe how bad it felt at the time. I had lost my sense of smell, my sense of taste, the nerve in my right eye is damaged, and if you can see, my right eye looks huge behind my glasses because the lens is weird. So just picture how it feels to go from being a very active and strong person to going outside and trying to hang off my pull-up bar and my just head feeling like it was about to explode. It was just kind of demoralizing, and the more I tried it and the more I got into like plank position to do press-ups, it was just kind of depressing. And just thinking about it right now, I would try reading books and doing puzzles to help recover, and just as soon as I opened it up, it was like a million things were just being shoved into my head. And most importantly, I had forgotten a lot of things, and it was very painful trying to remember them or even look them up. So to explain, the first time I kind of became consciously aware of what was happening was actually the first night of me being in the hospital. I woke up, I was surrounded by people who were like pensioner age. One of them was just going through a list thanking everybody for everything in his life. Another one was basically telling everybody he was sorry and asking them to forgive him. And then the last one was the most traumatic. He was just begging whatever he believed in not to die and not to take him. And at that moment, I just felt so alone. After 3 months, I kind of just gave up on myself, on my hopes, my dreams, and just everything I kind of believed in, because as my mum would say, yeah, I'm not really the same person from before, which at the time it really hurt down deep because I knew it, but I felt like I couldn't change it. So I've got a little confession to make. What I would do whenever I kind of felt ill to kind of just make me feel good is just watch a rom-com, and at this point in time I would always feel ill and bad, so I would just watch and watch and watch and watch. So I got onto this one called My Love from a Star. It was really good, and I kind of identified with the main character quite a lot for some reason. But I felt emotional quite a few times, and that was really something for me because I was just kind of numb to everything. My life was just grey. That's the best I could describe it, and that's how I wanted it to be because I just didn't want to be hurt anymore. The main character kept reading this book throughout the story, and I was like, what if that book's a real book? Let me check it out. And I googled it, it was real, and I bought it on Amazon. And I started reading it, and it just pulled me in. It was just as immersive an experience as Studio Ghibli movies, if you've ever watched them. Where like you just kind of get taken off to somewhere else, and at the end you kind of get brought back, and you just feel a little different at the end. That's what this book felt like when I was reading it. It just kept pulling me in, and from that day, something was just different. I was able to sleep at night, and I was just kind of doing stuff. I just wanted to do stuff again. I'm now praying 5 times a day again. I'm talking to my friends all the time and playing with them. I'm now very close to my family again, and my younger brother, Ibraheem. I've actually done a video about my relationship with him, which you can watch there. And while I'm not back to my old shape, I can do 2 things now that I wasn't able to do before. I can do a one-arm press-up and a ringed muscle-up. And lastly, I'm off the cocodamol. I went cold turkey and kind of never looked back, and I just feel like I'm in control of my life again. And it wasn't, that book didn't do all of this. It lit the flame inside of me that had been out for a while. And I started reading this book again, which I'm going to show you now. by Kate DiCamillo. It's the miraculous journey of Edward Tulane. There was a few parts that made me emotional over the course of reading the book, but this one part was just like, this is exactly how I felt lying in that bed at night. This was the one bit that kind of changed it all, so I'm gonna read it now. Edward's heart stirred. He thought for the first time in a long time of the house on Egypt Street, and of Abilene winding his watch and then bending toward him and placing it on his left leg, saying, "I will come home to you." No, no, he told himself, don't believe it. Don't let yourself believe it. But it was too late. Someone will come for you. The China Rabbit's heart had begun again to open. The truth is, before I hit my head, I would work really hard, but I'd just be so afraid to execute on an idea. And I always had this get out of jail free card, which was just that I'm just an unlucky person, so it just didn't work out. As a Muslim, we're taught that anything we do will be rewarded, whether it's this life, whether it's now or later, or even in the next life. But now I'm going to say that me hitting my head actually saved me from a life where I didn't commit to anything and was too afraid to push and become a better person. Anyway, please buy this book. It's one of the most healing books I've ever read. Please use my link in the description because it'll help me out. And if you want to watch another video from me, click here to find out about the movie that changed the relationship between me and my younger brother, Ibraheem. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.